and where I discuss my part, Chapter 8. Chapter 8 also teachers and assist student learning and their own performance. Former New York City Mayor Ed Cox had a way of spreading out all over the city, continually be asked by office holders as well as by school and teachers are. What criteria shall we use to assess performance, and how accurate are measuring instruments? In addressing this question, I am going to use sport metaphors some who had sports. Cuba Gooding Jr. is character in the movie Jerry Maguire 1996 offers us a clue in his well-known refrain, "So need the money." As a football player seeking a new contract, Gooding evaluated his agent. Will the team evaluate Gooding based on performance standards? How well did Gooding's characters perform compared with similar athletes? Effort of or potential. But in general, the bottom line is sport today is what have you done? Even among the elite athletes, establishing criteria for performance assessment is difficult. School systems like to present that the evaluation of students and teacher is more or less hard to measure performance of offensive tackle or ice skater intelligence in sport that even a comparison of quarterback is difficult the most completion percentage, yards gained, touchdown pass, team victories, or performance in big games such as the Super Bowl. For example, Hall of Famer Joe Montana did not always have the best number, but he seemed to star in the biggest game arguing about who is a better player is a big part of the fun of being of a sport fan. Supposedly, objective rules can also be strangely arbitrary, so that small change significantly alter the performance of key participant strikes. Was mirrored in a season-long betting slump. There is a comparable phenomenon of assessment influencing results in gymnastics. Have you ever wondered why the highest scoring competitors among the men are in the middle to late 20 seconds, whereas the best performers among the women are teenager girls? Not because of a law of nature, but because of the way performance are evaluated gymnastics. That highest score to go to routines that emphasize strength, so older, stronger, and more experienced men score higher. Okay, and that's my presentation. Of course, my friend will continue. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, next section, and I will presentation a chapter 7, learning and memory. Everett Karpik PhD is the James V. Brandley Associate Professor of Physiological Science at Purdue University. He received a BA in Physiology from Indiana University and a PhD in Physiology from Washington University in St. Louis. Carpicke researched at the interface between cognitive science and education. With the goal of identifying effective strategies that promote long-term learning and comprehension. Carpic research has been funded by the National Science Foundation and the Institute of Education Science at the U.S. Department of Education. Carpic was the recipient of the Janet Taylor Span Award for transformative early career contribution from Association for Physiological Science, a National Science Foundation Career Award, and the Presidential Early Career Award for Skin Teeth and Engineer. The movie Inside Out 2015 take, take us inside the mind of its young protagonist at 11 years old, girl named Riley, and David memory in the way that is sure to resonate with many people. In Riley mind, her memory are objects global coded with emotion that are stored in a mental space. Thus, a physical object are stored in a physical space. When Riley experiences an event and creates a new memory, a new global is branded in her mind, rolling down a ramp like a ball running in a bowling alley. When relay re-experience a past event, a global is placed in a projector. An event are replayed, projected on a screen in her mind. Cognitive psychologists refer to the mental process involved in the creating of new memory and the recovery of past memory as a coding and retrieval respectively. The definition of the man in Inside Out follows centuries of thought on how mind and memory work. Throughout history, scholars have used a common metaphor to talk about memory. The mind is a vast storehouse or past. Memories are objects stored in the space. And retrieving a memory is akin to searching for and finding an object in a physical space. Rodiger, 1918. To learn something new. According to this view, the college lies in getting knowledge in one's mental space. Getting it back or when needed is important, but learning is usually identified with the according of new knowledge in memory. Retrieval is assumed to be natural for learning. Retrieval is needed to assess what a person has learning, but the retrieval process determines well are not trap to produce learning. Recent advances in this kind of learning and memory have challenged common assumptions about how learning happens. Specifically, recent work has shown that retrieval is critical for robust, durable long-term learning. Every time a memory is retrieved, that memory becomes more accessible in the future. Retrieval also helps people create coherent and internet mental representation of complex concepts, the kind of deep learning necessary to solve new problems and draw new inferences. Perhaps most surprisingly, practicing retrieval has been shown to produce more learning than engineering in other effective according technique. Karpik and Blood 2011. This approach, which recognizes the central role of retrieval process in learning and aims to develop new learning strategies based on retrieval practice, is referred to as retrieval-based learning.